How do stomatal and cuticular transpiration differ? Imagine a plant as a tiny water factory, constantly losing water to keep itself cool and carry out its life processes. But how does this water escape? That's where transpiration comes in. Transpiration is the process where plants releases water vapor from their leaves into the air. It mainly happens through two pathways: stomatal and cuticular transpiration. Understanding how these two differ helps us see how plants manage water and how water moves through the water cycle. Stomatal transpiration happens through small pores called stomata. These tiny openings are mostly on the leaf surface and are surrounded by guard cells. These guard cells control when the stomata open or close. When they open, water inside the leaf evaporates into the air spaces and escapes through these pores. Since stomata are also the gateways for gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen, they are essential for photosynthesis. Because of this, about 95% of water loss in plants occurs through stomata. The opening and closing of stomata depend on environmental factors like light, humidity, and how much water the plant has. When water is scarce, the guard cells close the stomata to save water. Cuticular transpiration takes place through the cuticle, which is a waxy, waterproof layer covering the plant's surface. This layer is made of a substance called cutin, which helps prevent water loss. Even though it is water repellent, some water still evaporates through the cuticle, especially when the stomata are closed. This form of transpiration accounts for only about 5 to 10% of the total water loss. Unlike stomatal transpiration, it is a passive process, meaning the plant does not control it actively. It depends on the physical properties of the cuticle and environmental conditions like dry weather. The main differences between these two types are how they work and how much water they lose. Stomatal transpiration occurs through the controlled opening of pores, making it the dominant way plants lose water. It is actively regulated by guard cells based on environmental cues. Cuticular transpiration, on the other hand, happens through the waxy layer and is mostly a background process that cannot be controlled. It is less significant in the total water loss but still plays a role, especially when stomata are closed. Understanding these differences is important because transpiration drives water movement from the soil through plants into the atmosphere. This process influences the water cycle and affects how plants use water. Managing how plants control stomatal opening can improve water efficiency and drought resistance. The properties of the cuticle also impact how much water a plant retains. Knowing these details helps us better understand plant water use, which is vital for agriculture, forestry, and managing ecosystems efficiently.